bad.
Well, if I joined like when I texted you, then I could have figured this all out,
Yeah,
and
it's
then I
true.
would have been good to go by the time you hopped on.
Oh
When
well.
did the Wizards play?
It's funny. Most of them don't play until, or so a couple of them don't play until Vegas, which is like next week, I think.
Okay.
I don't know how that's sorted out. Brandon Miller's been pretty horrendous.
Has he really?
Yeah, he's been pretty dog shit. We can go
That
over
would
it.
be a shame
Oh, it would
if
be such a
if
shame.
he doesn't pan out. Be real shame.
All right, you got your teams?
Yeah.
Oh, let me.
Honestly, not a lot of teams that I liked that much.
It was weird free agency, for sure.
It was weird. There wasn't anything like huge.
Oh, what about Dame trade or Dame
It's like there's not
Dame
even
request?
when I saw that, I actually like started laughing.
So fucking stupid.
I was like, oh, after 3 years, you finally decided to make it public.
Yeah, man up. Have you do you see Grant Williams is on the Mavericks?
I did not see that. Is that on this tracker?
The one I put in, no, it
Oh
happened
yeah,
an
there
hour
it
ago.
is.
Yeah, they did a sign and trade. The Celtics got some picks, just a couple second rounders.
Gotcha.
Trying to see the updated tracker.
Are you just on the NBA one?
Oh, is there like an NBA.com one?
Mm-hmm. It doesn't have like the trades. It doesn't have like the compensations. Although I guess you can open up trade tracker, but it has
There
all
wasn't
30
really
teams on here.
that many big trades, right?
I guess we had kind of talked about everything that had really happened.
At least trade wise.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you want to do one at a time? Like, did you do worst and best?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you want to do like worst, best, worst, best, worst, best?
Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
Alrighty, let's get this show on the road. All right, we're gonna start recording. Oh, we already have some thoughts on Dame. I'm in a group chat with this kid, and he doesn't. They don't like my game takes. We'll get to Dame. Don't worry, Colin. We'll get
Are
to
we
Dame.
doing Harden too?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Let's do it after our free agency stuff. Get some official things
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah, get the real men out of the way.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the Wise Guys podcast. I'm your host, Brady Fitzgerald, joined as always by my co-host, Chris Hagan.
How you guys doing?
Doing all right, Chris. Doing all right. NBA free agency was on the way. We did a little bit of the first couple free agents coming in on Friday's pod after the movie. We told everyone Monday. Monday didn't happen. And then yesterday didn't happen. It was 4th of July. And now here we are on a Wednesday, a nice Wise Wednesday.
It's been a while since we had a Wise Wednesday, I think.
It's a Wise Wednesday and it's late. It feels like by the time we pod on Friday, it's going to be like we were just in the chair.
Mm-hmm.
Well, plenty of stuff to talk about. And we're going to start off. We're doing a little ranking, a little gimmick. And we're doing our favorite free agency teams and our least favorite free agency teams. And we're going to start with, I guess, your third worst free agency team. Go ahead, Chris. Take the floor.
Did you rank them like worst?
I just kind of just threw it. I just kind of threw it around.
Okay.
I guess it's worst, very worst. I don't know.
Well, I'll start with one that we've already broken down a lot, and that's the Phoenix Suns.
Oh, you don't like it?
No, I mean, again, like we kind of talked about this before with the Beal trade, and I don't mind. Like I like the Eric Gordon signing. They brought back a couple guys. They got to like they did get depth pieces, but none of these guys really get it up for me. Like it's not like Josh. How do you even say it?
Josh Okogie.
Okajai, Okogie. Yeah.
Okogie. Okajai. That was like I was saying the
Okogie.
name. Okogie.
Well, it's not like I can't even pronounce. If I can't pronounce his name, he's not doing it for me in the playoffs. So like none of these guys like Bates Diop, like none of these guys are really like they don't get it up for me. And we already talked about the Suns as a team that like you're just kind of throwing together big names and good offensive players when we saw that implode in the playoffs last year when they literally had nobody else coming off the bench, giving them good minutes. And you bring in Bradley Beal, who doesn't play defense, who's fairly similar to Devin Booker, except worse, makes more money. So I just don't like. I thought it could work with Durant and Booker as your two top guys, and bringing in Beal just threw the whole thing off. So not a lot of new analysis there, but
Well, this is a
I'm
weird
still not a
team.
fan of the Suns.
This is a weird team because they still have Ayton too,
Yeah,
and I guess there's a world like it seems like they're not going to trade him, which is bonkers to me how that's even possible. Um, but it looks like they're going to try to keep him. I actually had the Suns as a winner
really.
in yeah, I did. I look, they're like Shimizi Metu, the guy from the Brooklyn Nets. Oh no, that sorry, Watanabe, the guy from the Nets.
See, you
He
don't know him either.
okay. I do know that when he was playing with Kevin Durant on the Nets, that he was just always open in the corner and will nail that corner three. So sure, I don't see a lot of defense, coming around here. I do like the Aaron Gordon signing. I think he's a vet that is clearly ring chasing and will provide good effort on this team. Good some
He's
defensive
also
effort.
like a billion years old.
Yeah, but like
Like he can still shoot, but
he played last season in the playoffs for the Clippers. So and I mean he's averaging 11 points, but you're getting a 42% three-point shooter, 46% field goal shooter, and honestly that's about it. So when you look at it, like looking at the rest of it, yeah, it is kind of like you're kind of getting a redundant just guy off the bench who can score, which is and they have five guys off the bench or five
Mhm.
guys starting who are going to be the same way. Uh, it is like I, I just think it's good that they got players. Like we were expecting them to
I
get like
guess.
2K generated players, and I guess like Damian Lee we haven't seen do anything in years. But like I think Diop is a promising player that could uh you know could get some offensive or some minutes on this team and improve. The thing with me too is when you have Beal, KD, and Booker, and I guess Aiden, that whoever that fifth guy is, they're always going to be open. They're going to be the last guy
Mhm.
guarded, and I mean, I guess they could use some more defense. I'll give them that. I'll give you that. I guess they could use more defense, but I think for what they were working with, you have to call it a win just by like they got all these guys on basically vet minimum deals.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess it depends on what scale you're grading them on. Because if we're doing like post trade, like since draft free agency, like yeah, I agree. I think they made the most of what they could physically do given the constraints of the salary cap. But if you're looking
Oh,
at
they pushed it. They
it,
pushed that salary cap.
well, they're probably gonna be like one of the only teams that are serving the penalties, right, for hitting the luxury tax.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm
Because
sure the
I just
Warriors will be, right?
they gotta be, but like they don't care.
No,
Like
yeah, they don't care at all.
if the Warriors implode, they've gotten 4 rings out of it.
Yeah,
And
it's
that's like, all
true. If the
right, now
Suns
we rebuild.
implode,
If the
they've
Suns
had
implode,
nothing.
they've
Yeah,
gotten nothing.
yeah. They've just got nothing but a lost future.
Yeah, picks to the Wizards,
Yeah. Next,
to the Nets.
uh-huh.
So it'd be a real shame if the Wizards were sliding up in the top 5 in the draft every year. But um, I lost my train of thought.
You just got excited. You just got
I
excited.
did get excited.
You were thinking
But
about
like,
all
yeah.
the future guys out there.
But and the other thing I will say, like, in all fairness, I don't know much about these guys that they brought in. Like, I didn't know anything about Bates Diop. I didn't know how to say Okogie, whatever his face is, Hoagie. Or
Josh Hoagie.
I'm not even gonna try to say some of the other ones. But like, why do they have to get the guys with the most difficult names to pronounce?
I have no idea who Chimezi Metu is. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen the name because I know I couldn't pronounce it, but like I don't think I've ever seen him play basketball.
Yeah, I'm really exposing myself as a casual.
Oh, this guy was on
Like,
this guy was on the Kings. 4 points. Shot terrible. All right.
Yeah, I guess when you don't like follow super closely during the regular season, those guys just fly under the radar.
Yeah,
So
'cause
maybe
come
like
playoff time,
maybe
they're not out there. Which
right,
is, I
and if
guess, the
they are,
issue for the Suns. Then you're
then
the
they're a
Suns.
winner. But if they're not, then like that's the argument that I'm making.
You worry about Isaiah Todd? You think
No, I'm not worried about the same time.
You don't think he can make a leap?
Maybe he can, but like I put it 1%.
Uh,
People like they're like, oh, and they also gave up Isaiah Todd. It's like, what?
pick round
Did,
2,
did
pick
you just play too
31.
much 2K and Isaiah Todd was good as an auto generator or a custom rookie? And
Oh
that's
yeah,
why you're mad about it. Like
that's a
that's
classic.
why.
That's a classic.
Because I remember playing with Isaiah Todd on like 2K18.
Yeah, no, those guys, they'll forever be in the fans' hearts of just
RJ Hampton.
Oh yeah, RJ Hampton was the GOAT. He was literally
Dennis Smith
Bill
Jr.
Russell.
was a machine
Really?
on one of the 2Ks. Yeah.
I don't remember ever rocking with Dennis Smith Jr. Not
Jonathan
like that.
Isaac would get up to a 98. I remember at
Well,
one point in his career.
the only thing that matters in the past 5 2Ks is make sure you get the first overall pick and get Bronny James.
Yes.
Yeah, like you got to trade. You got to make sure all your assets are there for 2025 for Bronny.
I got Bronny at like 14 the last my league I played.
Oh, they're
I'm
sleeping
shocked.
on him now. Yeah, they're sleeping on
He's
him
a stud.
all right. You're actually I'll go with my first worst. I went with the Milwaukee Bucks. They just kind of ran it back and got older, and I don't see how they improved
won the
whatsoever.
finals in like the last 2 years. I don't see an issue. I guess we're going on year 3 now.
Yeah, and like
Right.
Malik Beasley, I'm sure maybe he can actually shoot again now that he's not on the Lakers. But like Jay Crowder, you guys didn't even play him in the playoffs. Like, why is he coming back? And I like the both Brooke and Robin Lopez.
The Lopez thing is awesome.
Yeah, you need them there. But Middleton, I guess like it's one of those. It's funny. The NBA, it's just like, oh, he's got to do it. You know, like Chris Middleton, it's just like, why did he get that number? It's like, he's got to do it. He's got to do it.
He's Chris Middleton. He wants a ring.
Yeah, exactly. And you gotta do it.
Although wasn't he hurt?
Yeah, he was
Or
hurt.
at least part of that playoffs.
Mm-hmm. I don't know about in the play. I think he might have come back in the playoffs, but he was hurt.
I think wasn't he out that Celtics series?
Yes, in the Game 7 where Grant Williams, rest in peace, went ballistic. All right, but yeah, Bucks, don't do it for me.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. It's just hard for me at least to criticize them when it's worked because I guess like my brain is just stupid and like, oh, I've seen them win once before with basically the same exact team. Like,
yeah, I know this is
on the free agent tracker. It's like, oh yeah, they were on that team. He was on that team. I don't know what Jay Crowder is still doing here. Like he doesn't get it up for me at all. But
no, he's one more year away from he ain't playing. Like no offense to Jay Crowder, but like he's like 1 year removed from playing on Wong Dong, actually.
Oh, he would have been a great Wong Dong guy.
Oh, we lost your camera.
I got an incoming call. Let me just decline it real quick.
They should
Popular
know
guy, I guess.
it's pod time. They should have known. They should be off. They should be on right now if they want to listen to your speak. All right. Let's see what the comments say. We have some things going up and down. Apparently I'm forbidden from talking about Dame because I called him overrated in a group chat.
Did we also put the ban on Dame?
I think we might
did.
have put the ban on Dame. He's getting that Rodgers ban.
Yeah. Or the Falcons. Don't want to talk about them.
Falcons. Oh yeah. It's the best ban. All right. Best team. Chris, what was your number 3? Third best team this offseason.
This is kind of a weird one, but I liked what OKC did. I think bringing in some veteran guards to not anchor this team, like they're already so set, their whole roster with these young guys, and obviously you're led by Shai, who's quickly ascending to become a top 10 player in this league. You got Chet coming back, you have Giddey, but you brought in Patty Mills, who can still be dangerous, I think, but is also going to be a veteran leader on this team. You also bring in Oladipo, who I know was hurt in the playoffs last year, but that's right, yeah. Home for him is here, like Maryland.
Yeah. He's from the DMV. Who's Jack White? This guy isn't real.
Oh, I don't know.
That is not a real player. Jack White is someone they just made up for this roster. When you look it up on a musician,
oh, he's Australian.
Oh, perfect. Let's get all the Australian guys in here. Does he have any, has he ever played?
He averaged 1 point and 1 rebound.
I'm looking, yeah. Don't forget the 0.2 on the points.
No, yeah.
Oh, he went to Duke.
He looks like a Duke guy. I don't remember him at Duke. But yeah, nothing. They did not need to make a big splash. Sometimes I worry teams that are on the come up will make a big free agency splash too early. They could have went and overpaid for Fred VanVleet or Jeremy Grant or somebody like that, or Middleton even. But they didn't. Stayed on the right trajectory, brought in these guys that are going to help probably more in the locker room than on the court, but guys that could still give you good minutes.
I'm glad.
Nothing exciting on that end.
No, I'm for it. I'm going to run an honorable mention because I had it on there. I wrote it down. It's a little cheat. I cheated. I got an honorable mention. Same type of deal. I'm going with the Timberwolves because after the disastrous Rudy Gobert trade last year, this offseason they just kind of, took some smaller deals. Troy Brown is he played in the playoffs for the Lakers. He's solid. He's some guy off the bench. And Shake Milton he's always been floating around off the bench.
He's a guy.
Yeah, he's a guy. Yeah. and they locked down Anthony Edwards, which is exactly what you're supposed to do. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker will be traded at the deadline for nothing. I can guarantee it because I feel like every goddamn trade deadline, it's Nickeil Walker, whatever the hell his name is got traded for someone. So he's not staying. And I don't, like you said with OKC, nothing crazy, nothing to get in Anthony Edwards' way. More than Rudy Gobert, at least.
I'd like it more if they just shift Rudy Gobert off somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if they could get one of the two out, just make an Anthony Edwards team. That's what we want to see.
Yeah. I mean, this is a step in the right direction. You locked him down, so he's not going anywhere for now. Although the NBA is an extension means almost nothing.
Yeah, I know. Just don't piss him off. Just don't piss him off. Please, love of God, don't piss him off. All right, my real third team is the Toronto Raptors. Another team that didn't do much, The Pirtle signing, it's all right. But the reason why they're a winner is because they
I think
didn't
I know where you're
pay
going.
Fred
Yeah.
VanVleet $100 and something million. That is why they are the real winner.
It is insanity. This
That's it.
reminds me of
Oh,
that
it's so
offseason where,
bad.
like, the cap went up and
hmm
Jan
Nick
Mahinmi
Batum.
signed that deal.
Nick Batum is out
Timothy
there.
Mozgov.
Oh, who'd the Wizards
Like,
overpay that year? What
Jan
year?
Mahinmi.
Oh yeah, Jan. Jan was a
4
crutch.
years.
He was a crutch for the Wizards for a long time.
Jan Mahinmi would come in, pick up, like, 6 fouls in
Just leave.
7 minutes, and be out. Yeah.
And the best part about Yamahimi is like every year that the Wizards were, as they always are, right under the 8th seed, you just be like, well, at least we have 2 more years of the Yamahimi contract. Like we're 1 year removed from the Yamahimi contract being expendable.
I think they just wrote that thing out. I don't know if they might have cut him this last year,
Did they do the thing where it's
but
like they spread out the money the next couple? It's like, oh, we're just gonna pay him $5 million the next like 2 years. Just call it a day.
maybe. I can't remember how that went down, but I just remember like every time I would see him on the floor, I'd be like, this guy's getting 16 million a game. Or not a game, a year. Like this is unbelievable.
Well, with their draft and with this free agent signing, the Dennis Schroeder and Grady Dick combo, the scrotum Dick combo is gonna be electric. He's gonna be electric.
Yeah, I do like that. I like it a lot.
All right, that's my team. Next up, second worst team.
Let me go back to my list. The Blazers. Because, like, how did you not figure this Dame thing out before?
Oh, this
Right?
Jeremy Grant money, man.
And
Jeremy Grant money.
contract
We already
is
talked about
even
it too, and
the
it's
bigger sin of those two things. I will say, I like Scoot. Good
yeah,
job on that front.
yep.
But, like, if you were going to trade Dame, why couldn't you have figured that out before the draft? Like, how could you have not known?
All right, let's do the
Right?
Dame stuff now. It's mentioned.
Okay.
It's mentioned. We might as well do it now because I'm not doing no fucking mock trades. I'm not doing no goddamn mock trades.
Tyler Hero, Duncan
Yeah,
Robinson,
yeah, yeah. And 2 first-round
Kyle
picks.
Lowry.
Dude, who does Dame think he is? He's just gonna come out and go, yo, I'm only going to the Heat. It's the only team I'm gonna accept. The team that just went to the finals. And
Well, he saw
all
what Neil
this
did,
shit.
and he was like, "Oh, like you could just say
Yeah, what
where do you want to go, and you'll go there." It's like, no, Dame, you don't have a no trade clause. Like that's not how it works.
And who does he think he is, bro? Oh, he's so like you earned this because you were loyal to Portland. Sorry, they paid you hundreds of $1,000,000 to play basketball there, and your team wasn't good enough. Like it's not the Blazers' fault, and the Blazers owe him Jack Diddley. There is nothing that the Blazers owe that guy, and because he stayed loyal. Like
Yeah, you should ship him to Minnesota.
no, that's what I'm saying. They need to get the best offer out there. Like all this crap about like, oh, teams are like, what is going on in the NBA? We already let them dictate whenever they want to get traded, and them being the players, of course. Now we're just gonna tell like now when they want to be traded, we're just gonna be like, actually, I only want to go to the team that was just in the NBA Finals. It's so bogus.
Does he have? Is there a rule in the NBA where if you have like 10 years of service, you can veto certain trades?
No,
Because I think like okay, I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure
think
MLB
so.
has something like that.
No.
I mean, they should send him to the worst place possible.
They should say, like, what? Why should they have to take Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson as 2 first-round picks? And you know what else is ridiculous? All this shit about, he's so loyal, yada yada yada. We've been hearing this bullshit for 3 years now. There's nobody's leaking that out but Dame and his camp. There's not like the Blazers are just like, he might want to get traded. And then every offseason, it always ends with, he wants to win in Portland. Well, you're not going to win in Portland, buddy. You're not going to win in Portland. Maybe you shouldn't have signed the extension a couple years ago. And, you should have should have left when you could.
Mhm.
I'm tired of this Dame shit. It's the same thing as Rodgers. They're both frauds, but please don't trade him to the Heat.
Has Dame? Here's the other thing, and you said that you called him overrated in a group chat,
Has
but
Dame done anything in the league? No. Yeah.
what I was gonna say is, has this whole process made him overrated because people are just talking about him rather than watching him play, and we just like assume that he's like he hasn't even played that much the last few
And
years.
he did have a great year last year. Like, he had a phenomenal year. I think you're right.
But there's no one
I
on the
think it's
team.
Yeah, no, there's no one else.
Like he didn't do more than Beal has done.
No, he's the same player as Beal. He's the same exact player as Bradley Beal. He made it to 1 Western Conference Finals. So he's got that over Bradley Beal. That's what he has.
He's got the 2 buzzer beaters for.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, all right, that's cool. You got that. So
But again,
you have 2 things over Bradley Beal. Actually, you have. I'm gonna detract 1 because you don't have a no trade clause. So you have 1 thing over Bradley Beal.
I bet he doesn't have as good of a relationship with the owner as Bradley Beal did with Ted.
Oh, they loved each
They
other.
were best friends.
They loved each other, dude. And yeah,
But
but
in talking about like where's Dame gonna go, have we not
ship him to
elevated him a
Utah.
little bit? Utah doesn't want it. It's Danny Ainge. He's too smart.
I don't know. That could mean. I think they have enough picks, right? Get all those picks.
Yeah, but like, who's on that roster? Like, it's not like you're
Uh,
gonna win the finals if you trade for Lillard.
They got marketing, most improved player.
Marketing.
All right, let's see.
All right, yeah, why not? Send him to Utah. That would be
Walker
hilarious.
Kessler.
And all of a sudden, the Dame hype would be gone.
No one would ever talk about him again. Even if they're the 1 seed, no one would ever talk about him again. We've seen this with Utah. Well, and like, I don't know. There's gonna be a team that comes out and figures this thing out. And I hope it's like the league is brain dead if they let the Heat just steal him for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I think I'm more mad at the league. I don't know who I'm more mad at. I think it's on both sides. Dame needs to realize that you can't just like, you're not a free agent, pal. You can't just pick and choose where you want to go. And the league
And
needs
if you
to
could,
realize,
you'd be on the Heat.
yeah, exactly. And the league needs to realize, like, one of these teams needs to send the farm for Damian Lillard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm all for like players having power. Like, it's better than the owners being able to blackball them and stuff. But this is out of control. If he's literally able to sign an extension and then say, "I want to go play in Miami,"
Yeah,
and then he goes and plays in Miami,
it's such
that's insane.
it is.
It's like Harden's trying to do the same thing with the Clippers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We can talk about that later, but
Oh, you open a can of
it's
worms.
like I request
I'm
a
gonna
trade,
bite my
and
tongue.
I would like to go play for the Clippers. Like, no, that's not how it works. And we went from guys giving lists, like I will consider playing for these teams, to now it's just I'm going to Miami.
Oh yeah, and
Like
I saw reports today. It's like Boston might be looking in to try to do something with Dame, but Dame doesn't want to go there. Oh, you don't want to go to Boston? Too good for you, huh? Is there a problem? Like, oh, it's not like we just made the finals last year and or 2 years ago, and then last year we missed it by 1 game. Like, what? Who does he think he is? Oh, sorry.
Is that where it's coming from? Or your feelings hurt that he doesn't want to go to
No.
Boston?
This was before that. My feelings were crushed by, actually, I guess not crushed by Dame, angered, enraged by Dame. No, I don't want him in Boston. Not if it means giving up Jaylen Brown. And I guess maybe that's a sad take, but like, I don't know. We already got rid of Marcus Smart. At that point, just blow up the whole team.
Fair. It's not fantasy basketball.
That's what I'm saying. But like, what if Denver tries to trade for him? He's gonna be like, nah, sorry, I don't want to play Only Miami. Only Miami.
He wants he wants somewhere where he can just be super loyal to.
He's gonna loyal the hell out of the next team that he plays with. He's going to be
It's a
so
lot easier to be
goddamn
loyal
loyal.
when you're in the playoffs and the finals every year
It's a
and
lot.
pay no state income tax.
Oh yeah, he must be getting wrecked in Portland over there. I don't know what it's like, but I'm sure it's not great.
Sure,
What
Florida's
were
a
we
little
talking
better.
about? Oh, the Trailblazers.
Tax hikes.
No, the Trailblazers. uh, yeah, Jeremy Grant. Even if
Yeah,
they thought they
bury
were
the Dame
keeping,
thing.
yeah, even if they thought they were keeping Dame, though, I just don't see where this moves any sort of needle at all. Jeremy Grant.
Jeremy Grant is a good basketball player.
Yeah,
He is
he's a
not worth
solid basketball player. He's not worth 160
$160
million.
million.
Yeah, he's a solid player.
And it's no disrespect to say that. It's just a lot of money for a lot of years.
Yeah.
I don't like it's shocking to me.
I don't get it either. My second team, I am going with the Chicago Bulls. Not so much the free agent signings, because I like Javante Carter. I mean, I don't mind Kobe White. I don't know what he does for you that you didn't see the past 4 years, but the problem with the Bulls was the extension of Vucevic, the no trading. Like, they're just running back the same roster with Javante Carter
I
and
don't.
Torian Craig. Like,
What's
do
what's
they?
the direction of this team?
The direction is like they are the new Washington Wizards.
They are.
They are the
Yep.
brand spank. It's been
You've
like
got
3 years of it.
Got your mid three and everything. You've got
Exactly.
DeRozan.
Exactly.
You've got Levine. Although Levine would be the best. Well, Levine and Beal.
They're like the same
Then
player.
you've got Vucevic, who's Porzingis. Like, it's the same thing.
It's really a masterpiece. Like, if you were like, I want to be the 2000s Washington Wizards, this is the exact team you'd make. Maybe you'd make the playoffs a couple times. Hell, maybe you'd win a game or two. But that's about it. That is about
The only
it.
thing that will put the bow on top is trading a first round pick for like one of the Bogdanoviches. That was like the classic. It's like, oh, let's go get him.
Yeah, it's like
The
now
third
it's time to
time.
contend.
Yeah. We're making the move. They should
And
call the Wizards about Gallinari.
oh yeah, I'm sure they'd love Gallinari
And
there.
him over there.
The
Or Muscala.
the biggest travesty of this Bulls roster is poor Alex Caruso. Like, any contending team would want that guy.
Yeah.
Hell, I think the Celtics should trade for him. Now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, he's great.
Love Alex Caruso. Poor guy's stuck on that.
The Lakers would take it back.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I'm sure they want him back. All right. Speaking of the Lakers, I should have done my honorable mention in place of the Suns, because we already talked about the Suns. Didn't think that one through. Anyways, what's your number 2? What's your number 2 winner?
Wait. Do you have the Lakers as one of your winners?
Yeah, they're number 1.
Because I also do.
All right, let's talk about them right now.
So should we just... All right.
Lakers, that's our combined second round pick.
Kind of nailed it.
Oh, they nailed it.
Right?
I love it.
The only thing is D'Lo. Like, I didn't need him back. Like, they could have told him to kick rocks.
Yeah.
But he's also one of those guys where during the playoffs, you just get kind of wrapped up in the emotion of playoff basketball, like Jordan Poole. It's like, this guy sucks. Like,
yeah.
It's like, well, maybe he doesn't actually suck, and he just had a bad series.
No, and he will have a bad series again in the playoffs. But that's why they got Gabe Vincent, because Gabe Vincent won't have.
And he's going to help them get there.
It's dude,
getting there.
This is Galaxy
just a
Brain.
Okay,
all right. Let me explain why it's Galaxy Brain. You have D'Angelo Russell for the regular season, so he can shoot 40% from 3. He could be ice cold in his veins, and he can get everyone excited. And then come playoff time, You get Gabe Vincent, who will shoot 40% from three and hit every shot and destroy the Celtics. And it's a match made in heaven.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah, I think it is. 3 years for Gabe Vincent is a while, but
it
it's
was
not making much,
he.
right?
No, he's making what is Gabe Vincent's new contract because it's pretty big.
Man, maybe I was thinking, did Strus sign a deal?
He got a big one too. Both those guys made
Did?
bank. Yeah,
Oh,
3 years,
63 million?
33 million. I guess it's not that much. It's
Oh,
only
yeah,
11
that's
million.
nothing.
Yeah, never mind. But Strus was pretty egregious.
Strus, 4 years, 63.
Yeah, Strus was pretty
But they
egregious.
just shipped him off, didn't they? Wasn't it a sign trade?
Yeah, but I think that means this is a brand new deal. Correct?
Right, yeah. I'm just saying, like, the Heat
Yeah,
are
yeah.
not paying him that much.
No, no,
He's in
no.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, 3 years, 30 million is not bad for Gabe Vincent. I don't think
No,
that's even
and
an overpay.
I think Jackson Hayes is a solid pickup. I don't know. I don't know if he's very good, but like you need a backup for Anthony Davis. He's young.
Yep.
Hasn't played a ton. It seems like at least I haven't seen him, so I don't know like how really good he is. Rui, you got him pretty cheap, and Reeves is a steal. Austin Reeves was the
Mhm.
steal of the offseason. I don't know, like so he was a restricted free agent, which means that other teams um could what? They could match or no,
They
not
could
match.
offer
They could
him, and
offer
then
him
the
and then they would have to
Lakers
match.
could
Yeah.
come in and match whatever deal he got.
So why did like how did someone not give him more money to have the Lakers match it?
I mean, he did get paid, and if
Yeah.
they don't match it, then you're stuck with a 4-year deal
Yeah, but I
for
like Austin Reeves.
I like Austin Reeves too. But is he another one where we got, like, the opposite playoff effect, where we just got, like, a little bit too excited about him?
I don't know.
If
See,
you look at his regular season numbers, they're not great.
no, they're not. But I think like it seems like he means a good amount to this Lakers team. And it seems they
Mhm.
said that they were going to match any contract that comes at him. So why not
It's
just
a
be like, all
bold
right,
thing to
4 years,
say.
90 million, go match it. Like go match it. And worst case scenario, you get Austin
That's what the
Reeves.
freaking Nets did with Otto Porter.
Yeah, yeah,
Wizards
exactly.
are like, "Ah, alright, well, we're matching it." 4 years, $130 million for
I can't believe
Otto.
he made that much money. Jesus.
It's crazy. He was a good shooter.
I think in a
About
couple
it.
weeks when we're bored, let's just go through Wizards and Hornets free agency signings. We'll have a blast. We'll have a lot of fun.
There's
Just
gotta
looking
be
at that
another
stuff.
one in there, another team too, that
Oh yeah, I'm sure we could find
gotta
one.
be ridiculous.
But
Houston,
Houston might be. Well,
this year alone,
let's get to my number one worst free
that's
agency team.
my number one as well.
Yes, yes, the Houston Rockets. What the fuck are you guys doing? Like I get bringing in veterans, and you had a bunch of cap space. But like
Right.
those
Well,
are the
I
guys
think,
you
like,
settled on for the prices that
didn't
you
they
settled
have
on?
like, they had to spend a lot of money to reach the minimum salary? Like, they just had nobody under contract? They just had a bunch of young guys on rookie
Well,
deals?
I guess you don't have. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what like uh the exact like number or salary cap number is, but it it's ridiculous. Like it. Oh man, $80 million for Dylan Brooks. $80 million.
Okay, so you have to spend 111 million on the team.
You
Wait,
don't have
this
to
is
spend
weird.
80. You don't need to spend 80 of it on Dylan Brooks.
I'm curious. I mean, and that
I'm
honestly, I thought
I'm
might have been the
very.
better of the two signings.
Oh, the Fred VanVleet one is so bad. It's so horrendous. But staying on Brooks, like, what was that meeting? He must have sat down and they're like, "All right, here's what we want to give you." And he just probably looked at it and was like, "Holy shit!" Like what? I was expecting to get
He
like,
got on the phone with Guangdong and he's like,
yeah.
cancel the
Sorry
flight.
guys, we got a better offer. I
I
like,
mean, this is one of those scenarios where it's like you're just outbidding yourself.
yeah. Who are you bidding
Like,
against here?
who is coming in giving Dylan Brooks like 18 million? You're like, we'll up it to 20,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
right? Like, there's no way. Who in their right minds would be doing that?
I
Dude
don't,
sucks.
and like,
He
like
sucks at basketball.
there's a thing when like we get to these, as you were saying with these playoffs guys like Jordan Poole, where these guys, they get a big stage and everyone gets to see them suck for 4 games, and
Hmm.
it's, sometimes they just have a bad game, maybe it's just a bad series, a lot of pressure on them. Like, dude, the whole country, no one was defending Dylan Brooks. The nation, I think Memphis fans were against him. Like they said under no circumstances we are ever going to bring this guy back. They said that. The team that just had him said under no circumstance. And they gave him $80 million. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. I'm losing my mind right now. $80 million for Dylan Brooks.
Do you want to hear an awesome stat that just popped up?
Yeah.
That will bless this podcast. Dylan Brooks took 991 shots last year. He shot 39%. There's only one player in the entire NBA that took more shots and hit less. Could you guess who the player is?
Is it Russell?
Right. Not only that, Brooks shot 32.6% on 439 three-point attempts, the worst percentage in the entire league for that volume.
Holy shit.
That volume's not going away.
No, it's only increasing.
Like, you're literally paying him to take shots away from Jalen Green and Ahmed Thompson and Cam Whitmore.
Well, yeah, and not to mention that they traded sorry. They traded a bunch of, I don't know, like it was a bunch of younger guys that really haven't done much, but they traded like a bunch of those. KJ Martin, I actually
Mm-hmm.
decently like. Who else? Christopher or something. Ty Washington. And I guess none of those guys have been, Garuba, this guy named Garuba. None of them have been, great. Josh Christopher, that's what it is. And none of them have been like good, but we haven't really seen them play. And
Mm-hmm.
you're giving them up to then play Dylan Brooks, who we know is ass. That it just doesn't like what
it doesn't make any sense.
it doesn't make any
It's
sense.
like they signed the two most overvalued free agents. And like obviously Van Vliet is a much better player than Dylan Brooks. But you're also paying him twice as much.
He's getting
$40 million a year.
$128 million.
I remember like the headline that came out was like, the Rockets would like to sign Fred Van Vliet to this contract. And I was like, what? That was another one where who was giving him even close to that?
I don't know.
Like, who was going to give him $30 million? And again, Fred Van Vliet, solid player. I'd take him as my starting point guard.
Yeah,
For 40 minutes, honestly,
I'd take him as my starting point guard if I had Kawhi Leonard as my starting small forward. That's when I would take him as my, like, ever since that year, like
wasn't
he's
even
solid.
the starter.
No, yeah, I
Back up
know
on
he
that.
wasn't. He's solid. You're right. I'll give him that. He's
Yeah,
a solid
he's a good
player.
player.
But like you're getting 39% shooting and 34 from 3
Mhm.
for 19 points.
They're like that's that. They are literally two of the worst, if not the two worst statistical shooters in the NBA. on
Bull,
crazy high volume.
bold strategy. Let's see if it works out for let's see if it works out for him. And also, like my other question with this is like, are they trying to make the playoffs? I guess like they're done. So at one point, something at some point they don't have their picks, I believe. Hello? No. It's all that finger messing around. Oh, I think we might have lost Chris. Well, hello? Oh, this is great. This is great. Quick while Chris gets back. Pacers signing Halliburton. Decent. You know, I think he's a good yucking star. I like Obi Toppin, just because there ain't no stopping. Derrick Rose Grizzlies enjoyed. Hello, Chris. Can you hear me? No. No, am I gonna have to finish this off without you? What's going on? Well, while Chris continues to figure that out, Pistons did nothing. Kind of surprised by that. I guess they're just kind of running it back with their young guys. I'm for it. Didn't overspend on anyone. Nuggets got a little worse. I think their rookies are going to be very impactful for them. I liked what the Mavericks did. I like Seth Curry. Wanted them on the Celtics. They got Grant Williams today. I will wait for Chris to talk about Grant Williams because it was a decently sized trade. Cavs we kind of talked about in the first free agency pod. Not a big fan of what the Cavs did. They like George Niang doesn't do it for me, and Max Strus just a lot of money. Nets I didn't mind. I didn't hate the Cam Johnson deal. I don't remember what I said Friday, but now looking at it, like I didn't hate it. Dennis Smith Jr. solid. Lonnie Walker solid. Hornets kind of shocked they haven't done anything, but got LaMelo Ball. He's your guy now. It's got to be the guy. We'll talk Brandon Miller once Chris gets back. Any other things? The Heat getting Josh Richardson back. Don't hate it. Thomas Bryant really doesn't do it for me though. I don't think he plays in the playoffs. And getting Kevin Love back. Solid. I heard some noises. Maybe not.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can. All right, you ready? Back? No, where'd you go? This is a mess. This is an absolute mess. Dante DiVincenzo for the Knicks. Doesn't really do it for me. I think they should trade for Dame. That should be a team that trades for Dame. Hello? Anything? Well, this is a damn shame. I'm going to keep going. Sixers, Pat Bev. I'm just glad he didn't go to the Celtics. Apparently, he came out on the Pat Bev show, said that the Celtics were going to offer him more money, but he had to wait, and he didn't want to wait. So, Celtics could be cooking something up. They got a bunch of second-round picks for Grant Williams. Again, talk about that when Chris gets back, because I want to. And so maybe they do something. Who knows? The Kings. This guy, Sasha Vinzogo? I don't know. I've heard a lot about him. He is from where is he from? He's from Bulgaria. And I've heard he's been pretty good in the Bulgarian league. He did get drafted, pick 2 or round 2, pick 57. So like back in 2017. So it's not like he's done much, or did anything in the league. But in the Euro League, he averaged 9.6 points, 4.1 rebounds. I guess that's something. I don't know. I saw some Twitter article that he was decently good. I don't know. But bringing back Alex Len, I enjoy that. Trey Lyles, whatever. And they got Sabonis locked up, which I don't mind. Chris, anything? Actually, you might have texted me. Oh. You were making noise on your phone. It was working. But right now, yeah, I hear something. I hear clattering.
But right now.
Yeah.
I hear.
Oh, I hear myself. This is terrible.
Clattering. Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hello? Oh man, this is
I pulled you up on the YouTube.
just listen to what I'm saying.
So man, I pulled you up on the YouTube. Just listen to what I'm saying.
Oh, it's echoing now. This is some bad.
I don't know why the volume is not coming out of my phone.
We haven't had this bad of technical issues in a long time. We were kind of due. Chris, anything?
My volume is all the way up.
I can hear you. If that can, I mean,
It doesn't.
No, hear me, Chris?
I don't understand.
Oh, well, this is a mess. I hope everyone at home is enjoying themselves. All right. Well.
I'm gonna have to make another meme where we're like pooping on Discord.
You gotta come back on your phone. I guess you can't hear me now. Sorry, I'm texting Chris right now. This is great podcasting. Anyways, what else? I think like the Hornets. I think it looks like they signed the tender for Miles Bridges. I guess that adds something to them. They haven't made any trades for getting rid of Gordon, getting rid of Rozier, and maybe there's just not a trade for it. So that could be the sad reality of it, is that they just got to let their contracts play out, and they'll never get rid of that money. But hello,
I'm gonna break down in tears.
All right, we got you now.
Breaking me mentally, and I don't know what you're saying.
You can't hear me?
I appreciate the comments.
Oh no. All right, so now you can't hear me. You're on your phone, but you can't hear me. Oh man.
Let me try to pull up from my laptop again.
This is brutal. All right.
This is unlike anything we've ever encountered before.
No, this is a brand new problem. I mean, it sounded like we were having a conversation, but I don't think you could hear me. Anyways, I really do like. I know I'm going just random teams right now, waiting on Chris. I really did like Seth Curry to the Mavericks. I think Dante Exum is he's a guy. Dwight Powell is solid for them. Had him for a while. And Kyrie Irving, that's what you get when you trade for Kyrie Irving. You have to sign him to this deal. You're not going to let him walk. He probably wasn't going to walk. And, you have Kyrie Irving. Someone will trade for him again if that comes to fruition. And I know he's got a lot of problems off court, but the man can hoop. And, they think they fixed up their defense a little bit. And I think Grant Williams will help them. I don't know if I'll be able to talk about that trade with Chris or not. I don't know if he's here or not, because it looks on my screen. It looks like should be something there, but nothing is there. I guess we never really talked about Draymond. It's another one of those, you gotta have to do it. Like, you gotta keep Draymond. You weren't gonna let him walk. You didn't want to see him walk. I don't think any Warriors fan wanted to see him walk. Don't know much about Corey Joseph. And the Chris Paul, we've already talked plenty about. I like the Clippers retaining Westbrook on a $8 million deal. I think that's solid. He took the pay cut to try to win. I respect that out of Russ. I mean, at this point, all he wants is a ring. I can hear you now. Or I heard some movement. Solo pod. All right. The Grizzlies. Desmond Bain, good extension. Marcus Smart, we already talked about. And Derrick Rose helps him out with John Morant, hopefully some veteran leadership. And not only just for the off the court shit, but on the court too. D Rose, as everyone knows, completely shattered his knee. And everyone believes that John Morant is going to be the next guy to completely shatter his knee. So hopefully D Rose can give him some pointers, maybe some exercises to strengthen it, some ways to land so you're not landing directly on your knees or your feet, and looks out for Ja when he's making those incredible dunks. Oh man, still no Chris. Man, the Pelicans did nothing. That Cody Zeller, that does nothing for me. Another team should trade for Dame. They have enough picks. They have all the assets, and they could either you could either pick one, Zion or Brandon Ingram, or try to package everything else you have and send that over to Portland, see if they like that. But the fact of the matter is that they have enough assets, and they're not a big market, but they have, if they keep one of those guys, they will have a winning chance with Damian Lillard. Sorry, texting Chris right now. Anyways. We kind of covered everything else. I mean, the Spurs didn't do much. I like keeping Trey Jones. I think that's good for them. Julian Champagne, I don't know much about him besides that his brother is on the Celtics. That's all I really know about him. It is crazy to see that he was born in 2001. Utah, we never talked about the John Collins trade. I think that John Collins is a solid player. Actually, I guess we did. We were probably like a celebration that he finally got traded. And he was in trade rumors for years now. It was his time was due. Someone was going to get him out of Atlanta. I think he's a solid player. I think with a bigger role, he could make some noise. He's a good defender. His 3-point shooting really dipped this year at 29%. Like, that's abysmal. And so he could shoot the ball better. Ooh. But he's a solid player, and I like what Utah's doing. I think the Jazz have a good nucleus, and they kept Jordan Clarkson 3-year extension. He's a starting point guard. What's up, Chris? Nothing. I think he's texting me. See his hands going up and down. You're green now instead of red. That's interesting. All right. Well, we might have to wrap it up, which would really be a shame. We were having some great conversations. But I hope this little end part did you guys good? I guess actually before we go, I will talk about the Grant Williams trade. Grant Williams, a beloved Celtic. He beloved depends on who you ask, but Chris is not happy. Just as an update. What was I talking about? Grant Williams. Grant Williams, he was a beloved Celtic for some people. I liked him. I will never forget that game 7 where he dropped 27, hit like all the threes in the world, but there was just a lot of antics. It was the game where he told Donovan Mitchell he was going to hit both free throws he just needed one to win the game, and he couldn't hit one. So we lose that game. That's a terrible game that will always go in memory. We talked about on the pod. I never thought the GOAT bumping heads with Jimmy Butler was all that big of a deal. It was funny. It was memeable. And it ended up looking bad on the Celtics end because they lost. So people will hate him. I will always remember him for the good times in that game 7 against the Bucks. And I wish him well. I mean, it seemed like he was just kind of ready for him to move on. They weren't going to pay him. They didn't want to pay him. And they did a little sign and trade with the Mavericks, and they got a bunch of second-round picks. I don't know what they want to do with those second-round picks, but they'll figure out something. And they clearly want to make a move because they haven't spent any money at all, really. They got O'Shea Brissett, who I don't know anything about. I've heard the name. So there could be a big move coming for the Celtics, but who knows? We just gotta wait and see. Hopefully, it's not for James Harden. That would suck. I don't think it will be, but that would suck. Well, I think we're gonna
put in a complaint on Discord.
Whoa! Hello? No here? No hear me?
All right. Well, I guess that's. I got a text from Brady asking to sign off and say goodbye. So thanks for sticking with us. If you were able to hang around this long, we had some great stuff planned the rest of the episode, but I guess over the span of the next 2 days and over a series of phone calls with Discord, we will get this figured out. I am defeated. Yes. I can't wait to listen back to this actually and hear how it went down from the other side.
Yeah, I filled in the spots. I guess you can't hear me anyways.
Are we still live?
Yeah.
I think that is a yes.
Yes.
I can see your face still.
Yeah, we are.
But yeah, thanks for coming out. Apologies for the issues. What happened was I had my phone set up and all of a sudden I just could not hear Brady anymore, and I kept talking and I was like, wait a minute, something's off here. And then I saw his mouth moving.
Wait a second.
And then I checked all my settings. Oh, wait. I can hear you.
Hello?
I can hear you.
It was on my end. And like the issue was that it was going through it was going through the stream. It was clearly going through the stream, but all of a sudden I noticed that my green box was not going off. And I was like, why is that not going off? Because it's going through you could hear me through this stream, right?
Yeah, well, that was the other, like, when I pulled that up, and I was like, why can I hear him on, because that was what I was like, all right, it must be on his end, and then I could hear you on there. I was like, all right, well, I don't know what's going on.
Well, that happened. Anyways. But all right. I'll see how this ended up in post. Because I went through. I did everything that we missed basically, and I just kind of gave my opinions on it. But I
saw you keep talking. I was like,
yeah, no, I wasn't just like
keep the ship afloat.
Yeah. You just like once I realized it was like because I thought it was like the same thing as the phone and the laptop, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be an issue that's like possibly unsolvable. So I gotta keep going. Like I can't just sit in silence this whole time. So that was a mess. I'm sorry, Chris. I must have drove you mad.
It's okay. Do you like my little monologue?
Yeah, no, it was great. It was probably a better outro than I've done in the past 6 years. All right, you want to talk Grant Williams before we go?
Sure.
All right, let's talk Grant Williams. I mentioned some things. I'll do the little spiel again. I loved him as a Celtic. I thought he brought good energy off the bench. I will never forget him for his game 7 against the Bucks. I guess I loved him as like a personality, as in like he was funny, he was memeable, but then there was some memeable attempts on the court, which also was not as good. Other highlights from that side is he pointed at Donovan Mitchell and said he was going to make both free throws when he only had to make one, and missed both of them, and we lost the game in overtime. And then there's the time that he Billy Goat bumped heads with Jimmy Butler. That one we gave him the benefit of the doubt for that one. Someone had to bring the energy, and I don't blame him for that one. Good luck in Dallas. I think it's a good fit in Dallas. They needed some more defense. He's definitely going to bring some defense. And he can shoot the three. So, not a bad player at all. Yeah, it is something. Not a bad player at all. Fun personality to have in the city. Good luck. Good luck, Grant Williams.
Are you guys losing all your moxie?
I don't
You
know.
lost Smart. You lost
I don't
Grant
know.
Williams.
So
What
I
do
was
you got?
so in this sign and trade, because it was a sign and trade. Somehow the Spurs got like a Mavericks 2030 first round pick, but the Celtics got apparently a handful of second round picks, which, if you remember, in the draft, they traded every single one of their picks for second round picks. So they want to do something with them. I don't know what they're gonna do. I say bundle it all together, as many as it takes, and get our boy, God, on the Bulls. We were just talking about him earlier. I'm so losing it.
Which one?
The white guy.
Vucevic?
No, the good
Caruso.
white guy. Yeah. Caruso, of course. I can't believe I just blanked on his name. Yeah. I would love for them to go get Caruso. I think that would be a guy to add energy, like I said earlier. But they want to do something with these second round picks. I don't know what they're gonna do. Hopefully it's nothing for Harden. And I guess I would have to flip my stance on Dame if it happens, but
yeah,
whatever.
I would be all in for Dame if I was you, but we're done with that.
No, yeah, he's got the ban.
Did you do Harden by yourself?
No, I did not do Harden.
Okay.
We can do Harden. So you take the reins. I just spoke a
lot. What is it? I my stats might be off, but I think is it 4 trade requests in 3 years, or is it 3 trade requests in 4 years? Either way, it's a lot.
It's
One's
actually
worse than the other.
It's 3 in 2 years. Had the numbers a little mixed up.
I just really want to see him get fat again.
Oh, I'm excited for it. That's going to be the best part, because all these Philly fans are going to be like, oh, he's coming in. He's going to be motivated, ready for a new contract, ready for a new home. And like, we've seen this song and dance. He does not get motivated. He just gets fat. Like he legit just gets fat.
It's happened twice.
It's happened. Yeah, exactly. So I've already seen Sixers fans fool themselves and say like, oh, we're going to get the best version of James Harden coming next season. And you're not. You're going to get fat, sluggish James Harden that will take a million threes and not really care about anyone else on the team. Also, what an FU from James Harden.
Yeah. I think him and Morey have, like, this is the breakup.
It has to be devastating.
The end of it.
Morey's heart must be broken. He did everything for the guy. Put his heart and soul out there for. He bet his life on James goddamn Harden, and James Harden's the one that left him.
Yep. Yeah, it's a shame. Should really be a song about it someday.
Oh, Taylor Swift.
But I think it's
got some materials working out for her. And I knew you were trouble when you walked in. There you go.
Yeah.
James Harden. James.
He knows it all too well.
Oh, yeah. Yep. All right, next random summer idea. Taylor Swift songs that correspond with James Harden. Let's do an hour and a half on it.
Or just any like sports breakups.
Oh yeah. We could get a bunch going.
Plenty of them. I knew you were trouble when you walked in. Can be countless. Be Jan Mahimi of the Wizards.
It's definitely Bertans. It's 1,000% Bertans.
I knew you were trouble when you signed a 4-year, $100 million contract.
Yeah, I think it was. I
after
knew
one
you
career
were
year.
$100 million contract when you walked in. That's the Wizards. That's the Wizards mindset.
Oh man.
But James Harden, all right. This is another one with Dame. You opt in to your contract. You could have been a free agent. You could have gone anywhere in the world that you wanted to go. All you had to do was decline that option. And I guess you could
It is
say,
weird. It doesn't make sense.
like, oh, teams don't have cap space to sign him to a big contract. They have to trade for him anyways, do some sort of sign and trade. But like, they always figure out some sign and trade. If you're gonna go leave somewhere else, you're gonna go leave somewhere else. And now he just opts in and demands a trade. And from my perspective, the Sixers have no rush to trade him, and they shouldn't have a rush to trade him. That we've seen this with Morey before, with Ben Simmons, to actually get Harden, and they're gonna do the same thing.
Just did a re-swap.
Get him back.
Like, all right, we'll take Simmons back. We think he's ready.
I think Sixers fans would probably just like try to nuke the stadium, like the whole facility. They'd want it all gone. If Ben Simmons is ever in a Sixers uniform again, I will eat a spoonful of worms. It will never happen.
I'll eat my own poop.
All right, for the record, if Ben Simmons is in a Sixers uniform ever, I have to eat a spoonful of worms, and Chris will eat his shit live on the podcast. But we need 1,000 likes in the comments below. we need 1,000 subscribers for that to be possible, or else it gets invalidated.
A lot would have to happen. We'll say that.
A lot would have to happen. So, another one. Do we even want to talk about destinations?
No, because I feel like this. If we start now, it's just going to get out of control over the next few months.
It's gonna be every goddamn episode we're gonna have to do with goddamn
mock trade. This is a great headline. Philadelphia should be ready to move James Harden along to the highest bidder. Oh, really? Is that how it works? Is that what they should do?
Oh, Gigi got a slam dunk. Sorry, I just saw it on Twitter.
Gigi did?
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter. Anyways, speaking of,
I don't know. Like, who wants Harden at this point, though?
That's what I'm thinking. Like, did the Clippers really want Harden? They want Paul George, Kawhi, Harden, and Westbrook. Can you ask for not even just injury wise, but can you ask for a least reliable crew? If that was your group of friends, I don't think you'd be very happy.
You'd never hang out.
No, you'd never hang out. Sorry, James got to go to the club tonight. He's got some strippers to throw.
You could hang out with Westbrook.
Oh, you would, yeah. It would just be you and Westbrook. Westbrook would be there, but like Westbrook's the friend that like he's part of the group, but like you're not the best. Like,
you don't want one-on-one time
with
them.
No. You definitely don't want one-on-one time with Russell Westbrook. And yeah, Paul George and Kawhi are always busy, always in their street clothes, always doing something else.
Kawhi especially.
Yeah. Kawhi. Well, Kawhi is the friend that doesn't even reply in the group chat. He just looks at it.
And then he'll like show up and he'll be like, "Oh, Kawhi!" Like,
yeah,
so nice
exactly.
To have you back.
No, he'll drop.
Like,
he'll drop 40. It'll be a great time. But then you won't see him for another 2 months.
Yeah.
And Paul George, he's like
At least like, Paul tries.
No, that's the thing. Paul
he's
comes
like,
in.
Sorry.
Paul comes in. It's like, oh, dude, Paul, like, you're literally 3 for 13 here, Paul. Like at some point you just got to go home. Like I know you're playing today, and we're all very happy you showed up, but like you're really just kind of bringing
probably be best for everyone if
you're bringing everyone down. Like nobody really wants you to come on this trip. Like I'm sorry, but you're right. He does try. He does try. That was a great analysis of the Clippers if they got James Harden.
That was, yeah.
I thought that was awesome.
I mean, even the Clippers right now.
Who's Zubac? It's the real question, is who's Zubac? I kind of now want to see it.
Yeah, why not?
Let's get.
Clippers Suns would be some epic games.
Oh no, that would be epic.
Just like the 2016 NBA All-Star
That's
teams.
what I want to see. Like, let's get Blake back on the Clippers. Let's get who else is
DeAndre
like
Jordan
he re-signed with the
still
Nuggets.
hanging around.
He re-signed with the Nuggets. Who's from the
Shipped him over there for the
2004
second
draft
round pick.
class that can play for this team?
Melo just retired. Wade's been gone.
I was gonna say, can we get D Wade back out there? Dwight?
I feel
Dwight's looking for a squad.
Dwight.
Let's get Dwight back on the.
Udala.
You could. Is he retired? I don't know. But like I don't know. Let's get all the old heads together. I'm for it. Like all like yeah, as you said, the 2016 All-Star team. Let's get it all together.
I'm actually curious now.
Who was on the
As
2016 All-Star team? Because I just looked it up.
Paul George, Russell
Oh, I can't
Westbrook,
look it.
the MVP.
Kyle Lowry,
roster.
he's due for a new roster. Let's get him out of Miami.
DeRozan, get him out of Chicago.
Oh, Millsap, he's got to be milling
Kawhi Leonard
around.
was on that team.
Paul Millsap's got to be milling around
Harden.
somewhere.
Dude, this
John Wall
is.
was on
I
the
actually
team.
nailed this.
John Wall was on the team too. Oh,
James
Isaiah
Harden,
Thomas too. Oh,
Russell Westbrook, Kawhi Leonard, and Paul George. They were all on this All-Star team.
Love it. Yeah, you got the right year. Dude,
The Warriors too. The Warriors' whole starting lineup was on this All-Star team. Chris Paul, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Steph Curry.
Okay, the Clippers running out next year. They're gonna trade for James Harden, sign DeMarcus Cousins, sign IT, trade for Millsap wherever the hell he is.
Bring Wall back.
Bring Wall back, and why not get DeRozan in the mix? Let's just get the whole gang.
That's right.
Let's get the whole gang. Aldridge? Is Aldridge still out there?
I
think he
don't
retired.
know if Aldridge is.
I think he retired.
I haven't seen him in a minute.
But yeah, I'm all for it. Somehow get Jimmy. Actually, that would actually make him a good team. That's the issue.
There are a couple guys on here. It's like, oh yeah, I would actually take him. Like Steph.
Yeah, Steph, LeBron.
Yeah, throw Steph on there. It's like,
KD.
oh, well, no longer a meme now. Like,
Hey, I would still take Kawhi, but it's just
I would too.
It's funny.
He's
That would
become,
be
like, such a meme.
He would be worth it for the 3 parties a year he goes to. If he was in my friend group, like, oh, I get to see Kawhi today.
Do you think Kawhi's a Hall of Famer?
Oh yeah, everyone in the NBA is a Hall of Famer. He won a ring. If you win a ring and you're a lead guy, you're gonna make the Hall of Fame.
I guess he does have 3 first-team All. He's never won an MVP.
No. He's dropped 2 triple-doubles, I think. Maybe 1 in his career, which is pretty nuts.
That is.
If Gary Payton's a Hall of Famer.
The glove.
He is. Yeah, but Kawhi's the claw. You can't have the claw in and not you can't have the glove in but not the claw. That doesn't make any sense.
But like, is there a games requirement? Like, don't you have to play a certain amount of games to be in the Hall of Fame?
Ben
Wallace. You can't just show up on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and call
Ben
yourself
Wallace
a real
made
employee.
it. Like, come on.
Ben Wallace was great.
He's just as
Dude,
good as
Kawhi Leonard hasn't played 70 games since 2016.
That's insanity.
It is insane.
Mo Cheeks is a Hall of Famer.
In all fairness, one of those years he won the finals.
I know he's probably a pretty good player, but like if Mo Cheeks made the Hall of Fame, then like, come on. Oh, Mo Cheeks. If you go to him with a nice fro on the Sixers.
Mo Cheeks has like not good numbers.
I want a Cheeks number or a Cheeks jersey.
4-time All-Star, 5-time All-Defensive. All right, this dude should not be in the Hall of Fame. I'm sorry.
I'm telling you, it's the NBA Hall of Fame. Everyone makes it. If you play 10 plus years and make an All-Star team twice, you got it. You're right. Jason Kidd is in the goddamn Hall of Fame, dude.
Jason Kidd was really good.
All right. He was
Yeah.
I.
Now I'm just pulling up Basketball Reference. All right, yeah, Kidd was a 10-time All-Star, NBA champion, 9-time All-Defense, 5-time
Oh,
assist
I
leader,
shit. I
6-time
forgot he
All-NBA.
won. I forgot he won it with the Mavericks. See, he's got his ring. He got it. He got in. All right,
And
I'll
he's a
be.
great head coach.
No, I wouldn't go that far. Who else can I? This is stupid. Now we're really just like.
Yeah, this is a good podcast.
This is ridiculous. All right,
This is worse than the audio.
the audio, the mess up.
That was more entertaining.
Just probably watching us fumble around was probably like, at least like someone out there was probably like, all right, this is enjoyable. Like they're just like
My
no
camera would
idea
just
what
like
to do.
turn on for a second.
Yeah, and like your fingers were all like on the screen doing everything. Like
I saw you imitating me.
at one point I thought you were texting me because all I. All right.
I'm just glad it wasn't my fault.
Oh, before we go, one last thing. Brandon Miller. You want to hear his stats between his last 2 games?
Yeah, it hit me.
All right, let me, because I know his fouls more than I know his. All right, here we go. Game 1, 18 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 6 turnovers, 7 personal fouls.
7.
Yeah, you could get 10 in the summer league. And you know who's using all 10? Brandon Miller with his very next game, 6 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 turnovers, 8 personal fouls.
Oh my gosh.
He is going.
That's insane.
I just want to.
In the paint.
I want people to like. Well, I hope this is how it went. Where like his teammates were like, "What are you doing? Like, how you found out there?" And he just goes, "They give me 10. I'm getting to 10." You better not say that again before I drop a gun off at somebody else's house.
I shoot you in the face.
Oh man.
Through 2 summer league games, Brandon Miller has more personal fouls and turnovers than made field goals. And the fouls, it's twice as.
If you think if any professional NBA player listen to our podcast, do you think they would just like blackball us from the league?
Probably.
They'd be like, no, like these guys cannot be like, no one should listen to these. Like these guys are just nothing but mean to all of us. They're nothing but.
We were nice to Grant Williams.
Yeah, it's true. He deserves it. I like Grant Williams. No, we're pretty harsh when it comes to it. You gotta get some high standards.
Yeah, I honestly can't think of anyone that like we talk about regularly.
That like he's like in a good image.
Nice to LeBron.
Yeah, I think we're pretty good
around about LeBron, but we never like really criticize him.
Yeah, I think so. I agree. I think we're good on LeBron. Who are we nice to? Even in the NFL, like.
No.
I mean, Mahomes, of course. Like, but there's nothing negative to say about him. Actually, we still find ways to like complain about him, though.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if anyone's still out there, anyone's still out there listening, tell us your top 5. Tell us our top 5 most liked athletes on the Wise Guys, because I don't know if you could hit 5.
Caruso, I guess.
Caruso just made the list today. He made the list 20 minutes ago.
Better not make it to the playoffs, and we'll rip you apart.
Oh yeah, he better not have a stinker. He better not. All right. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed. I hope everyone enjoyed a little fumble halfway through. We'll see everybody Friday with God knows what, but we'll see you there, and we're gonna have a good time doing it. So enjoy the rest of your week. See you guys on Friday.